Hello everyone, my name is Dian Maulini Akmal with name 22017511480. I'm in my 7th semester of majoring in international relations. After taking the international political economy class with Mas Aji as the lecturer, I became more aware of the theories, concepts, and case studies on the political aspects of economic processes involving multinational corporations so that I can analyze the relationship between countries and multinational corporations. By this, it can help me in the future to be able to get to know more about existing MNCs for my future work career, where I plan to work at one of the MNCs in Indonesia after I graduate from Venus University. This time, I will explain my answer to the questions how are MNCs pathways influence on global economics and politics, on the relationship between relational power theory and Susan Strange for power structures, on the dynamics between state versus market actors and non-market actors in international political economy of MNCs, and how is the relationship between MNCs competitiveness versus state competitiveness with multi-domestic, mega-national, and transnational theories by Michael Porters. Susan Stern said that the sources of structural power shape and determine the political economy structure of a country, international organization, and multinational corporation. Relational power is a power related to domestic problems and the character of each country. There are countries that are authoritarian as their state governance. There are countries that place the economy as their main interest, like a liberal country, and there are moderate or democratic countries that place justice and freedom as the benchmark and the most important portion. Relational power is the capacity of an actor, like individual, group, and state, to make other actors do something they wouldn't do, defines the strength of a country that is stronger than other countries. The four power structures are knowledge power, finance power, security power, and production power. Security is the most important source of power. State and non-state actors can control everything related to security issues such as food distribution and administration of justice. Military power, which in history is usually carried out by colonial countries in the past by coming to countries with military forces to take economic power and dominate the country. This was done by colonial countries such as the Netherlands, France, and Spain, and England. A country or international institution will be able to create its dominance over other countries through the creation of a financial structure. If the actor controls the source of power, then they're able to control the market, because having a strong financial foundation will provide influential power for the actor. Most MNCs headquartered in Taiwan and Hong Kong often base their manufacturing locations in China because of the efficiency of production costs. Countries can dominate other countries because of their credit creation power through their financial strength. Credit creation can be done with credit in the form of investment. For example, the Omnibus Law in Indonesia explains that what is important is that someone comes to our country, invests, and create a job, which can then transmit technology and transfer it to the community. This is the limitation of the Indonesian state in the financial aspect, so it requires assistance from abroad, such as assistance can be provided through the government through investment from multinational companies. Country will dominate another country if the country has a large industrial power, so as to create a global value chain in production network to become a leader and create work terms for certain products. For example, Sogo Sosa is a complex organization that has played an important role in the rise of Japan's modern economy. As a supplier and distributor, Sogo Sosa optimizes the Japanese industrial supply chain by supplying raw materials, energy, and technology to manufacturers in Japan. The explanation above shows how MNCs with their own state rights, which include stakeholders who always have competitiveness, tend to monopolize, tend to dominate the market, and control the force structures. In conclusion, MNCs are one of the most important social and economic actors in the world. MNCs are also organizational entities to create trends and other influences in the political economy, acting on the demands of shareholders and key actors. Without MNCs, the world political order will not be stable. These six paths become the strength of multinational companies to grow even bigger because of the need for force structure, which security power, production power, financial power, and knowledge power. Market actors in IP are actors who influence MNC's commercial activities, such as creating new products, how they develop their organizations, especially the relationship with loss and profit. Examples of market actors are Apple and Samsung companies as well-known companies that provide electronic goods where everyone must have products from Apple or Samsung. Apple and Samsung offer products such as smartphones, tablets, smartwatches, and several other products. With them dominating the market, people automatically need to buy their products in order to live their daily lives. MNC non-market actors are more concerned with their impact on the government, society, and environment. For example, one of them is international organization. International organizations have a role that can make global rules, agreements, and regulations. This can affect workforce, business ethics, and the environment of a company. An example is the World Economic Forum. The World Economic Forum is a gathering of the world's top business leaders, worldwide political leaders, scholars, and journalists to discuss important issues facing the world, including health and environment. With this meeting, it can bring up new trends like today due to the COVID-19 pandemic. People need the Zoom application on their gadgets to go about their daily lives. Therefore, this has an impact companies such as Microsoft, Google, and others to create an application for meetings similar to Zoom. This is what makes the World Economic Forum a hotbed of current trends. Porter first defined national competitiveness as the ability of a nation to innovate in order to achieve, maintain, and advantageous positions over other nations in a number of industrial sectors. Porter maps out the four attributes that make up the diamond of nation advantage. The four attributes are factor input condition, the position of a country in factors of production such as trained labor or infrastructure, demand condition, the essence of the domestic market, demand for industrial products, related and supporting industry, the presence and the absence of industrial suppliers and other suitable industries, firm strategy, structure, and rivalry, condition in a country that govern how companies are created, organized, managed, as is the nature of domestic competitors. The four attributes above create an environment in which companies are born and learn how to compete. The environment has the biggest influence on innovating and upgrading. The environment is very important in understanding competitive advantage. According to Porter, the determinants of a competitive advantage are company strategy, structure, and competitors, or in the context of regional and national competition, the presence of local competitors also affects the development of innovation. Local competitors have greater incentive than foreign competitors to upgrade. As a result of globalizations, many terms have been given to companies operating in many countries. This is where the multi-domestic, mega-national, and transnational strategies emerge. The definition of an example of these strategies are multi-domestic companies with a multi-domestic strategies aim to meet the needs and requirements of local markets around the world by extensively customizing their products and services. An example is Nestle. Nestle uses a marketing sales and approach that is unique to each market in which Nestle operates. In addition, it adapts its product to local taste by offering different products in different markets. Mega National, a company that offers standardized products worldwide, has the goal of maximizing efficiency to reduce costs as much as possible. An example is pharmaceutical companies like Pfizer. Transnational. Transnational companies have a characteristic of national and multi-domestic mega companies. The goal is to maximize local responsiveness but also to benefit from global integration. An example is the Unilever. From taking this IP course, I feel honored to know more about MNCs and their influence. The learning delivered by Masachi is also very good and understandable for students. The class also often hold class discussion and paper writing, which helps students to brainstorm in order to analyze existing problems. My hope for this IP course is that I can take classes offline, making it easier for me to interact with lecturers and classmates to discuss the subjects.